long since been stretched to the breaking point by his large belly. As expected, he lost the competition. Homer congratulated his opponent, but was shocked to discover that his opponent had already stopped breathing.
Don't people usually breathe? This man is dead.
As the body was being taken away, a group of people stood in place, mourning for the driver. Homer decided to complete the final delivery for him. Bart jumped up to go with him, and so, the two set off on the delivery route. They had to reach Atlanta within 3 days. Along the way, they watched movies in a parking lot and fished by the river, until Bart reminded Homer that they still had 2,000 kilometers to their destination. Only then did Homer realize time was running out. He rushed into a store and swallowed a large bottle of stimulant pills to counteract the effects. He also swallowed a bottle of sleeping pills. That night, Homer drove the truck, teetering between staying awake and falling asleep, until he finally fell completely asleep. Something magical happened. When Homer woke up the next day, he had safely arrived at a gas station. It turned out all the trucks were equipped with autopilot devices. The other truck drivers demanded Homer keep the secret. After Homer promised, they hit the road.
Hey, Bart, let me run down this old lady.
Dad, no!
On the road, Homer climbed from inside the truck to the hood. Seeing this, Bart immediately followed. Unfortunately, this scene was witnessed by the truck drivers behind them. To prevent the secret from being leaked, they assembled their team, determined to silence Homer. The trucks rammed Homer from behind. Homer thought they were just joking. 2 consecutive drivers who jumped onto his truck to attack both failed. Just when Homer thought he had successfully escaped, the road ahead was already blocked. To arrive on time, Homer stomped hard on the gas pedal, and the truck's front end made a sharp turn. In the end, Homer and Bart arrived on time and successfully delivered the cargo from the TV to the defibrillator. Homer declared he'd had enough of these old folks. He not only had to take care of them but also put up with them changing the computer settings to elderly-friendly large fonts. Lisa taught Homer to show kindness to the elderly. "Can you be nicer to my grandpa?" she asked, "because I really love him." For the first time in years, Homer got up at 6 in the morning for breakfast. The seniors suggested that after eating, it was time to get some exercise. When they arrived at the mall, Homer asked where they were going to exercise, but the old folks said they were already doing it. "This feels great," Homer admitted. Homer was becoming more and more like an old man. He'd shiver if the air conditioner was set to 26 degrees Celsius and started wearing socks to bed. Marge noticed the changes and, worried things were getting serious, called her 2 sisters to discuss a solution. Homer had fully transformed into an old man lately. Not only did he get up early every day, but he'd call the police over trivial matters. The strangest thing was he'd started paying with cash when shopping. Marge said she didn't mind Homer being bald, or even that he was overweight, but she didn't like him acting like he had dementia. That hair was his most precious possession. No matter how hard he tried to fix the situation, it was useless.
No!
Homer even went so far as to take apart the sink, but all he found was the wedding ring Marge had thrown away earlier. Unwilling to admit he was bald, Homer put on a hat, but everyone knew that wearing a hat was just a cover-up. Homer went to the bar to seek comfort. Mo told him to look on the bright side, saying being bald wasn't such a bad thing. Mo had even planned to use his own hair to make a wig for Homer, but unexpectedly, Homer's head was so smooth that the glue couldn't stick the wig on. Carl was a thoughtful man. He noticed Homer was wearing a hat and asked him what was wrong. When Homer took off the hat, Carl comforted him, saying, "After all, you already have a sexy wife. Having hair or not doesn't matter anymore." Homer thought to himself, married men still need to keep up their appearance. Homer wasn't the only one with hair loss at the company. A colleague came over and asked if he needed help. Homer wanted to know how he should confess to his wife that he had lost all his hair. The colleague said, "As long as you find the right moment to act coquettishly, everything will work out."
Wow, is that what your wife did?
No wife? I just slept with thousands of bald women.
Finally, Homer made up his mind. When he got home, he lifted his hat right away, but Marge wasn't surprised at all. She even thought Homer looked cool now. After all, a confident man is the most attractive. Homer's anxiety disappeared, and the hair he had lost grew back in an instant.
Thank you, God.